Hello. Today, me, Alex Munoz, and my partners Benjamin Vergara and Vicente Pino are going to analyze a particular case of teaching. Today, as teachers in training, we have to analyze this case to learn about the importance of a good teaching and thereby the teacher's role in the classroom. First of all, our case is placed in a school from the Biobío region. This is a public school of municipal dependence, which means that it receives funding from the government. These schools has students coming from socially and culturally deprived contexts, and every class is made up 43 students. The student's profile has many issues to deal with. First of all, we have that many students are coming from families with low educational levels, and many of them receive benefits from the government. The majority of the students don't have the resources to keep studying, and this may cause the wish of the students to finish the high school and start working immediately to help in the house. Then we have our main character in this analysis, that is teacher Mr. Zapata. And as a first big problem, we must mention that he's the only English teacher in the school. That means that he's teaching in every educational level. And this is a big problem because of his poor and controversial development in classes. His 18 years educating in this school is just unacceptable. His performance is shaped on the low expectations that he has on his students. He strongly believes that the students are not motivated by anything. So he simplifies his work in basic classes. And these basics classes are just ignoring the four main skills given by the national curriculum to learn the English language, which are the listening comprehension, the reading comprehension, the oral expressions, and the writing expression. And then we have our third big problem, that his classes are so simple because he's just teaching simple vocabulary and simple grammatical structures, forgetting a main rule in the English teaching, that is to teach the vocabulary in context. And he's using the national curriculum incorrectly because he's just copying and pasting isolated sentences and short paragraphs and asking for translation with a dictionary, which consequently is forgetting the rule that I've mentioned before. Um, he's not using the four skills because his classes are just barely aiming just to reading and writing, and he don't believe that their students understand and like to write in English. So he's translating his classes immediately from the English to Spanish to make this more simple for the ones who are not understanding. But he's just slowing down the process for the ones who already understand the English. And this is not helping to the time and task ability, which is ability planted by the national curriculum, which consists in optimizing the practice and learning time of the English language. So because of his classes are so simple and basics, he is forgetting to use the English as much as possible as he can to make his classes more challenging.
Hello, my name is Vicente Pino, and I will be talking about the principles of the communicative approach to teaching English. All this with the intention of analyzing the bad pedagogical practices of Mr. Zapata. Well, first of all, we have to analyze the principles of the communicative method in English. Some of these are to promote students' communication skills, increase motivation to learn a language, develop social skills, improve self-esteem and group cohesion by working as a team to advance learning, train the student to use that second language in a real communicative environment. And finally, the main task will be to coordinate and energize the learning of this foreign language. All of these concepts are very important, but I want to focus on the last one, that says that the main task will be to coordinate and energize the learning of this foreign language. And to do this, the teacher will have to analyze the students' needs, know where they are in their learning, and a teacher will have to make a correct ambience in which students can make some mistakes but with the intention of learning. And basically, Mr. Zapata doesn't make a correct ambience for his students. Because, for example, he translates everything that he says to the Spanish with the intention of making a more easy speech for his students and with not so hard sentences. Because Mr. Zapata does not propose activities that allow students to speak among themselves in an English in a complex way, even if they make some mistakes. All this could allow them to analyze their mistakes and improve them, but unfortunately, without activities that Mr. Zapata has been proposing, this is not possible because, for example, he translates some words that he says to Spanish with the intention of making the English easier, as we could say. But this doesn't leave students known a more difficult part of the English.
Hello people, today we are going to explore the distinguished career of Dr. E.B. Clarke, a luminary in the field of linguistics. Born in 1942, her scholarly contributions have significantly enriched our understanding of language acquisition. She started her academic journey at Somerville College, Oxford, and culminated her studies with a PhD in linguistics from Harvard University in 1971. These foundational years set the stage for a rigorous and extensive examination of language acquisition. The scholarly legacy of Dr. Clarke is marked by her profound findings in lexical acquisition, input and interaction dynamics, and cross-linguistic studies. Her meticulous investigations have significantly advanced our comprehension of how children acquire an organized language. Specializing in the field of language acquisition, Dr. Clarke's research spans lexical semantics, syntax, and the intricate interplay of social and cognitive factors influencing early language development. Her authoritative work, First Language Acquisition, serves as a comprehensive guide to the major debates within the field. While not exclusive to Dr. Clarke, her alignment with the impact hypothesis underscores the pivotal role of comprehensive input in language development. In conclusion, remember that our impact extends beyond the classroom. It influences the lifelong learning journeys of our students. Let's embrace the opportunity to be catalysts for positive change, ensuring that every student receives an enriching and meaningful education.